With changes in government come changes in ministries. One such is the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, headed by the Honorable Cynthia Ford.
Between 1994 and 2008, government established a ministry called Social Transformation, and we saw, having acknowledged that Barbadians are living longer because of the quality education and healthcare, that persons are older, but they still needed to be accommodated for recreational purposes, educational and all the others. And after the government changed, a new administration changed the title but continued with most of those projects that we had embarked upon. And it was called Social Care, Constituency Empowerment, but it also included a component of Elder Affairs. And they continued to work with the Vauxhall Senior Citizens Home, that was established way before then, as well as the project where senior citizens were given opportunities to leave their homes on a daycare basis to go to numerous institutions. Some were governmental, because the geriatric hospital at Beckles Road, that was one area where seniors could leave, go meet others, recreate, learn skills, and so on, as well as some private homes and other institutions similar to churches. St. Barnabas Church, they have a very active one as well. And so we recognize you don't just get old, but you age with grace. And you must be happy in your old age and not become melancholy and people shunt you aside and say, well, you're old, go home, go and find friends of your own. That doesn't matter. I think what is most important is that you get the generational linkages coming into play, as well as seniors meeting with seniors and reminiscing about their lifestyle and their history and where Barbados has come now, where they would like it to go. So over the years, the continuity has been there with the changes of government, and I like that. And we felt, in the light that we have so many thousands of senior citizens in the country, we must cater for them differently, make them feel wanted, keep them properly engaged. And now with the information technology, that too is an important component of what they are engaged in. You will appreciate that BARP has mushroomed over the years and has been engaging our seniors in wonderful ways. So we felt it is important that we look after seniors. Therefore, let us establish a department that will look exclusively at elder affairs. Similarly, we gave the HIV/AIDS, because that was an integral part of making sure that we sensitize Barbadians and that we put protocols in place where people can get medication when they were put homeless, because families couldn't understand what the HIV was doing. They shunted them out, put them on the streets and so on. No, a government that cares about its people, and in Barbados our people are our only natural resources, really. And therefore we thought, let us set up and establish this Elder Affairs Department that we can cater to our aged.
The work of the ministry and its personnel is critical for the well-being of our society. Several entities fall under its purview. The National Assistance Board takes the lead in facilitating programs for the senior citizens in the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, catering for them through a wide range of activities, keeping them engaged and focused throughout the day.
Well, the mandate of the National Assistance Board will stem from its mission statement, and the mission statement really is to provide social and recreational services for elderly persons in the community, and I stress in the community, because our mandate is to keep persons in the community for as long as possible and to delay institutional care. And by providing those services, we strive to enhance the quality of older persons as they age, to maintain their dignity and their quality of life. So we have our home health program, the Jarsidana Elderly Daycare Center, which was opened in 2015, the Vauxhall Senior Citizens Village, which provides residential care, the recreational activities program, which provides social and recreational activities for persons in various centers in the community, the Clyde Gallop Shelter for homeless men, and our social welfare section, which is staffed by social workers who will go out and do assessments and investigations and assist with service delivery.
When you have worked a full life, You're accustomed being productive. Then retirement comes and you're at home. You're looking at the four walls every day. You know, we are here to say there is something else for you to do. You don't have to shut down and resort to the television or the radio or the telephone. You can still come out and keep your mind engaged. You can still come out and be productive. You know, you can do things with your hands. You can still exercise your body to keep you as healthy as you possibly can. And you can socialize. So you get to meet different people and it keeps you perky. Come out, get active. Come out, meet some new people. Come out, engage. That's my message to them. Life does not stop at retirement.
This program, the exercise, is very good for me because my legs were giving me a lot of trouble. Apparently circulation was not, blood was not circulating so good. But since I started the exercise, pretty very good. I heard about this program that the National Board is going to put on at that. So I figured it would be some benefit to me since I retired. I'm not saying I'm home doing nothing. I come and join the old people along with myself to benefit ourselves.
The National Assistance Board definitely plays a huge role in educating, exercising, and entertaining the elderly in our communities. Minister Ford, are there other departments you would like to highlight?
The disability unit, HIV I mentioned, people's assemblies, that is going well.
Additionally, Family Matters, Ecclesiastical Affairs, the Child Care Board, the Welfare Department, Gender Affairs, Poverty Alleviation Bureau, Bureau of Social Policy, Social Investment Fund, and the Poverty Eradication Fund are all within the scope of the ministry. The ministry's vision is also to transform the social landscape that provides ever-improving and equal opportunities for all citizens. But what are the other concerns?
How do you make people feel wanted? How do you empower them to go to the next level? What possibilities will there be? What can they do in the various communities and villages where they live? And we are planning to have some town hall meetings.
Great emphasis is being placed on generational links between the young and old. Minister Ford suggests more effort be made to cultivate these relationships.
That cohesive approach is critical because a lot of our young people are so much into the technology and all that now, and the verbal communication is lacking. Many of them are living in communities where there are powerful men and women, some of them going over the hills in their ages, but they do not understand the critical role that those persons played. Sometimes, and I spoke earlier, the postman was one of the most well-respected people, knew everybody, and would have been the kind of person who would bring all the information verbally and by letter or even by newspaper. Nowadays, hardly anybody recognizes the postman and the contribution, that outstanding contribution he plays. A barber, a butcher, a shoemaker, a seamstress. Our communities had all of them, and people respected them, they respected them, and they offered their service to the community. A lot of that is missing. So once we get the generational linkages, it means that younger people interfacing with middle-aged people and aged people will be able to pick up some of the history, some of our heritage that is so critical to going forward. The components of the Elder Affairs Department, coupled with the People's Assemblies, will help to bring back to our Barbadian life and our psyche the understanding as to where we have come from and where we want to go for the future.
With her work in the community and love for the elderly, Minister Ford has a special feel for the ministry.
I always had a passion for working in the community, and I observed with clear and rapt attention a man called Lester Vaughan, may the Lord bless him in his grave, as my head teacher, how he embraced children in the community and empowered them through music, gardening, handicraft, as well as the academics. And of course, my nursery teacher, O.C. Springer, may the Lord continue to bless her. She's still much alive. She's probably about 95 or 96 now. And we were able to observe how they interacted within the communities. So I picked up some knowledge and skill through them, and I was determined I have to make a difference in my community too. I got involved in more community work with the Cultural Foundation Extension Program, where they came in and they did all kinds of cultural activities, handicraft, drama, culinary skills, visual arts, and so on.
Minister Ford attributes her passion for the work of the ministry to caring for her ailing mother.
When Mom showed up those signs of early Alzheimer's in 1997, I became very conscious as to what was going on, because Alzheimer's is not something that Barbadians paid any great lot of attention to. As soon as our seniors among us started to age and they started to talk incoherently and so on, a lot of people used to say, well, they're turning dotish, you know, old age kicking in, that kind of thing. But then having done some reading and had some experience with others who suffered from the disease, when it came to our household, then it was able to better appreciate and treat to the whole issue of her ailment.
Her assignments as Minister of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs frequently take her to both private and public institutions.
Afternoon, everybody. How are you doing?
Clifton Hill.
Oh, you're from the Clifton, near the church. You like it a lot?
Yes.
All the beauty.
Yes.
It's so wonderful. You still singing?
I ain't singing lately.
It's you with the ball. I want to see you now. I want...
The Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, caring for our senior citizens and empowering our people.